we reached out to over 300 UBC students. And we found out that 40%, 45% of students said it wasn't easy to find foods that they liked on campus. And 63% said that it was hard to find healthy food options on campus. Another study that was done on university campus found that shockingly 40% of students are food insecure. So what does that tell us? That tells us that there is a need that for students that is not being met, and we need to make a change.
Armand, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Why don't you kick us off and introduce yourself?
For sure. Thanks you so much for having me. My name is Arman. I'm a Bachelor of Science graduate from UBC, and I'm currently a medical student at the University of Calgary. I co-founded Campus Nutrition in 2019, and that's a registered Canadian nonprofit. And our aim is to reshape the way students approach food at university campuses and empowering them to make informed eating decisions.
Cool. So let's just take it from there, right? I know that
Yeah.
you graduated about a year ago. So in 2019, something must have happened where you felt like we had to do something about this, and campus nutrition was born. So walk us through that moments or those moments where you thought that you needed to do something like campus nutrition.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to actually take it back to my first year because I think that's where like a lot of these ideas came about. And like many others, starting university was like a really big transition for me. You know, it was the first time I had to worry about the different aspects of life and adulthood, and like had to worry about my living situation, deciding which career I wanted to pursue, friends, family, and also food, right? And I wanted to have food that one was cost effective. I wanted it to be delicious, and I wanted it to be nourishing. And you know, when you're a student, you can only cook for so long while having to balance the different parts of life. And when I wanted to eat, go out to eat, I could either eat at the same like downstairs food court that I knew I liked, or I could take a gamble and try a new place that had variable ratings on Google from like 5 years prior. So in April 2019, I had one of the most challenging semesters of my life. And I was again at that downstairs food court, and I overheard a few students talking about if the food that they had ordered would satisfy their nutritional needs. And after my finals ended, I met up with my friends Sep and Castra, and we were chatting about our experience around food on campus and how we had struggled through our university careers. And I said, wouldn't it be good if we had just like a website with all the different food vendors on campus and information about them all in there? And so we got together another time, we started brainstorming and just built this idea from the ground up. And and then we just recruited a team, worked on this project, and launched our product on August 2021.
No, that's awesome, man. And I can definitely relate. I feel like as long as you're a student or you've been a student in the past, you relate to the idea of food because, especially like for me as well, because I'm an international student. So coming over here, it took a while to get used to the kind of food that we eat here. And in first year, you don't really know better. You're like restricted to eating in the dining halls where your meal plans are. But moving into second year, that was a big struggle as well because you wanted to try new things. You wanted to. I'm really glad you guys actually did something about it because it's not easy to build a product and launch it. And I hear that you guys have a lot of viewers as well. So let's use that as a segue and talk about what has campus nutrition's journey been since then, since you launched.
Yeah, so Yeah, absolutely. So in 2021, we launched and we got a pretty good response. We got good response also from our social media. We got lots of people applying for positions to join Campus Nutrition, which was amazing. We got lots of great applicants, and we got pretty much over 10,000 users on our active users on our website, which was amazing. We knew that this is something that students were actually using and were benefiting. And because we wanted to continue reevaluating what we're doing, making sure that this is what students need, we continued getting positive feedback both from students and UBC community, and it was very reassuring to see that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. 10,000 is a huge number. It's close to one fifth or one sixth of the amount of population that UBC Vancouver holds in itself. I'm curious, as a student, I've used campus nutrition before, but a lot of new students have come in to campus now, and I want them to get a sense of what using campus nutrition is like. So, can you just like generally walk us through what a student can see and find out if they hopped onto the campus nutrition website right now?
Absolutely. So we just launched an updated version of our website. So it has better UI. It's more user friendly. When you go to the main page, depending on if you go to through your phone or through your computer, it's a little bit of a different view. But you land on our homepage, and from there you can navigate to all the different food vendors on campus. And based on, you can filter based on location, based on cuisine, based on different like restrictions. And so when you land on the type of food vendor that you want to go on, you click on that, and then there is a bunch of information there. You can see it on a map view. You can see menu options, right? You can click, takes you straight to the menu there. You see the hours of operation. So it's really neat, especially let's say it's like 11 p.m. and you're like really hungry and you've just had a rough day and you realize there's no food in your fridge. You go to Campus Nutrition, you click what is open now, and you see the locations that are close to you, and then you click there, and then you can either order it or you can just go within walking distance and get food.
And for students who know campus nutrition right now and are interested, what tell us about your goals for the future. So you've done accomplished so much till now. What is in your plans for the next 1 to 2 years, and what do you aim to accomplish then?
For sure, yeah. So we have a few short-term and long-term goals. So for short-term, we have been working on new features for our website since we launched. So those features are based on research that we have done on the student population over the past year, and there is a need for adding more dietary information, more menu options, adding student reviews to see what other students think about certain food vendors, adding an extended map search, working on a blog. So right now we have a blog with nutrition students that are working on, and different members of our team who are working on it to engage with students and really capture the UBC experience. And we're also to make it more convenient, making a mobile app. So that's kind of our shorter term plans. We're also continuing to expand our team. As our organization grows, there's more tasks that we need to be done. So more members are added. We're actively recruiting for various positions, and we're continuing to share different videos to engage with students on our social media platforms around the topics of food and nutrition. And right now, we're also exploring hosting various educational events, securing discounts to food outlets, and much more. Our long-term aim for campus nutrition is to be that go-to option to help people decide where to eat at campuses across Canada.
I know we're edging close to the end of this podcast. So another thing that I wanted to ask you was that talk us a little bit more about, like, just to end things off. I want to know, why is this problem? Why do you think this problem is something students should care about? If they're
Yeah.
planning to come to the UBC campus, or if they're already on the UBC campus, like thousands already are.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the same problem that I had during my undergrad that I was experiencing, students are still experiencing that now. And the reason we know that is because we researched this. We reached out to over 300 UBC students, and we found out that 40%, 45% of students said it wasn't easy to find foods that they liked on campus. And 63% said that it was hard to find healthy food options on campus. Another study that was done on university campus found that shockingly 40% of students are food insecure. So what does that tell us? That tells us that there is a need that for students that is not being met, and we need to make a change. And there's such a vast diversity of students on campus, each with their own unique relationships and concerns with food. Many might find the cost to be the biggest burden. Others might find like the allergies and food restrictions to be challenging. And many may be going through a difficult time in their lives and their relationship with food is impacted. Whatever the reason may be, all these situations share a common factor, which is a difficulty to find and eat food that is suitable for their needs. Okay. So students should care about food because it plays a role, it plays a significant role in our lives, including like our physical health, right? Obviously, our mental health. Food serves as fuel to carry out our daily tasks and sustainable living. And there has been lots of work and research put into this, not only by our team, but just so many different initiatives, right? And our team is planning, like working hard to empower students to make these informed eating decisions and providing convenient access to information. And our website reduces barriers by navigating the over like 100 places that are on the UBC campus. And as I mentioned, it allows you to filter by price, location, meal plans, hours of operation, cuisine, etc. Right? It helps you really find food and connect with different nutrition student groups on campus also. And because we're a third party nonprofit, we provide an unbiased view about the source of information to help students find peace in their new university home. That it may be their first time, it may be their international students, or they may be from another city in Canada, or even find it challenging being on their own, like myself in Vancouver. So that allows them to find their cuisine of choice at ease.
No, I think you put that up, summed that up really well. The data only proves the problem that you and me have had, and other students have had. And I said this before, but I'm really glad that you guys actually took the initiative to do something about this. I'm really glad that we got a chance to talk about this one, and I'm sure those who listen to this will also take a lot from this.
Thank you. Thanks for the chat.